Need some help getting ready for the FTCE School Psychologist PK-12 test? That's exam code 036. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a college professor and test prep expert for Study.com. In this video, we will walk through 4 practice questions covering the subtopic, knowledge of database decision-making and accountability. That way, you're confident on test day. Are you ready? Let's dive in. A school psychologist is conducting a functional behavior assessment for a student who exhibits challenging behaviors in the classroom. Which of the following is an essential component to include in this assessment process? Would it be standardized academic achievement tests, intelligence quotient testing, personality trait inventories, or direct observation of the student in various settings? Let's keep in mind that an FBA is a process of gathering information about behaviors of concern and then developing interventions to eliminate those behaviors. So with that in mind, we can go through each option and eliminate the incorrect ones. Starting with standardized academic achievement tests. We can rule out standardized academic achievement tests because although they provide valuable insight about a student's academic performance, they do not focus on behavior, which is the primary goal of an FBA. Next, we can rule out IQ testing. Intelligence quotient tests assess cognitive abilities, but again, they do not specifically address why a student might be exhibiting behavioral challenges. We would not choose personality trait inventories since those assessments measure personality characteristics, and they're not typically used in an FBA because they are looking at personal dispositions and characteristics rather than behaviors. The best choice for this question is direct observation of the student in various settings. Direct observation is a critical component of a functional behavior assessment, as it allows the school psychologist to gather information about the context in which the challenging behavior occurs. It can also identify potential triggers of the behavior and understand the consequences that maintain that behavior. Which of the following data collection methods would be most appropriate for measuring a student's academic progress over time? Would it be end-of-year state tests, interviews, curriculum-based measurement, or records review? Let's begin by eliminating the incorrect options first. First, we can eliminate end-of-year state tests. These assessments provide a snapshot of performance at a single point in time. They are summative, but not designed to track progress across weeks or months. Next, we can eliminate interviews. Although interviews can give us insights into students' perceptions or background or their experiences, they are not quantitative tools for monitoring academic progress. What about a records review? Although reviewing past report cards or assessments can offer historical information, this would be a retrospective approach, not an ongoing method for tracking a student's current academic growth, so we would not choose that option. That means curriculum-based measurement, or CBM, is the correct answer. CBMs are reliable and efficient methods of assessing student growth over time. CBM is designed to measure students' progress in basic academic areas like reading, writing, math, and spelling. This allows for frequent measurement of a student's academic performance, providing objective data that can be used to enhance instruction and improve student outcomes. The other options like interviews, end-of-year state tests, and records review do provide useful information but are not as effective as CBM for tracking academic progress over time. If a student has recently immigrated to the United States and is not yet proficient in English, which of the following assessments would be most appropriate to evaluate their cognitive abilities? Would it be a culturally fair nonverbal intelligence test, an English language standardized intelligence test, an English language academic achievement test, or a teacher-made classroom assessment? Let's go through these one by one. We can eliminate the English language standardized intelligence test since this would not be appropriate because language barriers could negatively affect the student's performance, making it an inaccurate measure of their true abilities. Similarly, an English language academic achievement test is also not ideal because it focuses on learned knowledge rather than innate cognitive ability. and the student's limited English skills would unfairly lower their score. A teacher-made classroom assessment is useful for measuring student progress, but it lacks standardization and may not provide an objective measure of cognitive ability. The best option in this scenario would be a culturally fair nonverbal intelligence test. A culturally fair nonverbal intelligence test will be most appropriate for a student who is not yet proficient in English. This type of assessment minimizes language and cultural bias, making it more suitable for students from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. A poker player bet all their money on a draw of cards because they believed that they would win based on a gut instinct. Which of the following non-scientific methods is this belief an example of? Would it be tradition, logic, intuition, or authority? Let's go through each option. First, we can rule out tradition, which refers to beliefs or practices passed down through generations. The poker player's decision is based on a personal feeling, not cultural or historical customs. Logic would not be a good fit in this scenario. Logical reasoning involves systematic thinking and evidence-based conclusions, which are not at play in this scenario. What about authority? This refers to believing something because an expert or figure of authority has stated it. Since the poker player is making a decision based on their own gut feeling rather than the guidance of an expert, this would not be the right answer. The correct option in this scenario would be intuition. Intuition is a non-scientific method in which knowledge is gained without conscious reasoning and through gut feelings. The poker player uses their intuitive knowledge and bet all their money on a draw of cards, even though they don't have any explanation or scientific analysis for their decision. I hope this video was helpful and you're feeling a little more comfortable with how to approach the test. For additional help on the FTCE School Psychologist PK-12 test, check out our other videos in this channel. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. You can also get a lot of help preparing for this and many other exams on the study.com website. As a member, you can access short, targeted video lessons, extra study materials, personalized study plans, and hundreds of practice questions like the ones we just went over. We'd love to hear about your experience, and if there are any other tests or topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments. Be sure to come back and share your success once you've passed your test. Good luck and happy studying!